in
James
his
Bond
own
game.
stream.
Either this or Agent Under Fire.
And he's showing off his GameCube games.
Forget the hell about your stinking
Got a lot of GameCube
golden
games.
eyes. This is the good stuff.
Man,
Yeah.
I cannot
Beautiful
start
Joe.
collecting GameCube games.
And
I cannot start doing that.
Joe,
I got a wife and kids,
Repeat
man.
it a couple of times, you might believe it.
Check this thing out.
I cannot
The
start
Legend of Zelda Collector's
collecting
Edition.
GameCube games.
This thing's got Zelda 1, 2, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time. It includes a playable demo for Wind Waker. And then, last and certainly least, WWE Crush Hour. We got The Rock running away from RVD. Look, Jeff, I'm getting ready. I'm coming. I'm coming, all right? I have to pee also. I'm just showing, look, I'm showing them that we got. We got F-Zero GX, Tonics Pro Skater 3, Rogue Leader. We got games in here also. So real quick.
Oh, he has way
this is
more
just
games
discs.
too.
But in here I got Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, Double Dash, Soul Calibur 2, Fantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2, the GameCube Game Boy Advance disc player, which apparently is one of the most expensive discs. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Melee, Zelda, Force Sword Adventure, Bloody Roar, Primal Fury, hell yeah,
Bloody Roar.
Mario Power Tennis, and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So there you go.
Hey, how dare
Okay.
you?
Don't time out Giant Bomb. We like them. All right, everybody. So yes, lots of fun stuff we can play. I am going to get on the podcast. Go to YouTube now. Go to Jeff Grubb's Game Mess. Here, I'll put a link in. We're gonna do the.
I'm gonna.
You'll head over there. I'm not rating anybody. You should be watching that. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
So Mike's on his way, apparently.
I am. I'm here.
Oh, weird.
He now though. So I'll be right
All
back.
right, sounds good. Yep, go.
Don't worry. It's almost like he's here. Don't.
The website Giant Bomb
I'm a
is
pirate. Suck my dick.
it's still timed out for another 45 seconds. So
Yeah. Sorry about that.
yeah, it
I had to
happens.
do
I get
I
it.
had to assert power.
I
Assert dominance.
understand. Yeah. Are you going
But
to
righteous
get
victory
Cult of
will
the
be
Lamb?
yours. So guide your flock,
That seems
grow
like a
your
good
power.
game. If I had
Yeah,
to
it looks
guess, if I had to guess, I'd say it's pretty cool. Hello.
If it's in, if wait, is that going to be on Game Pass?
I don't know. It's on Nintendo Switch. I know that much.
Okay.
It's on Steam. It was one that was a big deal when that had those demos over the summer.
Yeah.
There were GameCube games on his stream. He'll probably talk about them here too, honestly. I mean, listen, he wants to go through his GameCube games. I'll go through my GameCube games. Let's see here.
Never bought a single GameCube game in my life.
All right, let's capture this. Let's
The Game Mess is a cult? Yeah, sure.
All right, so
We praise our Lord, our demonic Lord Fraser here.
I have let's see here. I have Battalion Wars, and I have Chibi Robo, and I have Custom Robo,
All
And-
legally acquired.
and I have Def Jam. I mean, who's to say Def Jam Fight for New York, F-Zero GX, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Frogger Beyond, Frogger Ancient Shadow, Harry Potter in the Chamber of Secrets. It's actually, there's quite a bit here. I'm not going to go through all these, but Star Fox Assault.
Oh, Lord of the Ring game.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Let's see.
The season hit and run. They only gives him some leading.
Frogger Beyond is 2002. I could play that on stream tomorrow. Star Fox Adventures is 2002.
Oh yeah, 2000. Isn't there a lot of good? No, 2004 was the better year, right?
2004 is probably the best year, but Metroid Prime was
98 or that.
2002. Well, I mean,
What
stuff
about
for the
06?
GameCube specifically.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
because
Ultimate Muscle Legends versus New Generation that came out in 2002 in Japan. So I'm
yeah,
counting.
yeah.
I'm counting that.
obviously at Metroid Prime, you have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
Chat. We're doing
Kingdom
Multiverses
Hearts?
tomorrow. Don't
You
forget
shouldn't have
chat.
to. You should have to play Kingdom Hearts.
Mike are going to join us to play some Multiverses tomorrow.
Um, maybe I have a bunch of things to do tomorrow. We'll see. I want to. Oh, Jeff, you can just play Metroid Fusion.
Yeah, good. Why don't you give me your camera?
Piracy. This is no piracy. He bought those games.
I own
Yeah, he owned those games.
and have
You
a
can't-
well. Okay, listen. Who knows about Zoids? Let's not
Sorry,
talk
I turned
about
the camera. I pushed
Zoids.
the camera button. It's just not.
Oh, I love so.
There it is. Because you know why it wasn't working, Jeff? Because I had stream elements.
Great
open,
anime.
sorry.
There we go. Okay. Got those slobs.
Mhm.
You gonna turn it on, or did you get it closed? And
It's on. My camera's on.
that just doesn't seem like it is. Maybe I have you. Okay, I must just have it turned off. I was like, oh, I don't want to look at this man. All right. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There you are. Let me turn this
I don't
off.
lie.
You never lie, Mike?
No,
Wow.
I don't actually lie very
what
often.
a nice Christian boy.
That's true. I'm not a big liar. I'm not very good at it. So I just kind of developed the habit of not lying for the most part, even when I probably should. Oh, Jedi Outcast is 2002.
Unlike Chef, his life is a lie.
That's right.
Jeff, you need to play
He doesn't
BMX.
even like video games.
You need to play BMX Triple X.
Okay. I have played that.
With
I
the
rented
tits.
it. With
It's a good
okay, well that's a whole other thing. Maybe that's a premium stream right there. I was gonna
Oops, all
add
tits.
something. What happened? There was something that just happened that I wanted to add to the rundown.
Was it the layoffs at thing?
No, it wasn't that actually.
Is it?
I think it's the family plan, the Xbox Game Pass
Was it?
You want to be part of
family
my family?
plan.
Where's I don't see that Tactics Ogre.
Tactics Ogres, well, another one I wanted to add.
Want to be part of my family, Toretto?
Salute mi familia.
Mi familia.
I am tweeting. I'm stopping playing GameCube long enough.
How'd it work?
Oh, it's pretty sweet. At first, I was like frustrated because it wasn't working. I just had to actually push it in harder into my GameCube. That's right. I need to grab something to show you guys.
Xbox Game Pass Family Plan search on Google.com is going to take us to The Verge. We're going to go with Tom Warren. Let's see here. Starting today in Colombia.
In Colombia?
In Colombia and Ireland.
Same country,
So
pretty much.
it can only happen in countries where Harrison Ford did a Tom Clancy movie.
That's true.
This is why I can't have children. It's because I
You should
fuck,
put a
that's-
chain on it and wear it proudly.
It's so good. It's so good looking. God,
Don't
that
worry,
thing's-
I
Wear
also
around your
bought
neck.
a Spice Orange Game Boy Advance player that they had. They gave me a controller too. It's all Spice Orange everything. I'm like a white girl in October. And I am so happy.
Mike looks at that GameCube like he's one to make out.
I
with it.
mean,
It's
Can you blame 'em?
beautiful. I wanted a Spice Orange GameCube forever. The problem is that they only released this color for the actual consoles in Japan. This is modded. It was already modded, so it'll play US and PAL games even. Not that I would
Oh, wow.
play PAL games. Who would? That's disgusting. But I could.
This should shit on PAL games for absolutely no reason.
There's reasons. They know.
They know what they did.
But the only thing that I was just running into a little issue was audio on Rogue Leader. Rogue Leader, it always has something or another.
yeah,
Let me see if I
for
can
Factor
fix that.
5.
But it can output in progressive mode. It even has one of those like fancier cable outputs too. I can use if I want to, which I could use
Progressive.
for the monitors.
We live in abortion rights.
And then I can also it's got. I was using the widescreen support in F-Zero GX just then. Gosh, it was good.
It looks in the stream. It looks really nice.
Yeah, and there was no input lag. It just was running.
Yeah, that was the like the lag is always like a thing.
Now this is like a premium product, this Eon thing. So
oh my bad. Is this the thing they use
more
on
like
the
premium
Smash tournaments?
What's that? I don't know. I don't even know if they bother paying for it in Smash. I bet Smash Bros. Tournaments are just using CRTVs.
Yeah, you gotta bring it to CRT. That's where all the CRTs are.
Right.
It is actually.
The Smash tournaments.
Okay.
They're on Las Vegas right now before Evo.
Let's get the rundown there. Let's put it in the top corner here. I got OBS ready to go. We're streaming. There's that. There is chat.
I have tweeted.
And I retweeted your tweet and added a quote tweet to it.
There you go. That's good too.
There you go.
Okay.
Fucking
podcast.
Propelling each other to new heights.
To greater heights.
That's right. This thing I got from like way back when. I loved it. I kind of hate it because it is a reason why I probably lost cases for some of these games. But this is a very convenient little case for games.
Why would you say that? What is that?
Me?
Yeah, it's on chat.
Podcast?
Okay, I read something else.
Oh. Okay.
Don't listen.
All right, fair enough. I mean, still.
I mean, I don't know if Jeff knows what POG stands for these days, but
I mean, I'm not going to show my internet search history on here if that's what you're asking.
All right, just making sure.
Okay, let's start this show. I think. Actually, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Let's do the audio check.
Why do you make it so hard for the mods?
Yeah, we do that here. That's my bad. All right, game this mornings. No, we need decides. There we go, and then we're gonna hit this. You guys probably gonna hear that.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
All right, let me move my espresso cup.
I forgot I was about to say something before I read Pog.
Yeah.
It does not feel like Thursday. I don't know what it feels like. I have too much things to do this weekend. Again, it was great when I had COVID and nobody could bother me. I was like, no, I just have to stay home all weekend,
good old days?
Sorry.
Good old Rona days.
I have to take pictures tomorrow and then try to see my one friends because I'm missing their birthday party on Saturday because I'm going to a concert on Saturday with my uncle. Then on Sunday, it's one of my nephew's birthday parties, and it's just nonstop.
Just notice I use Go XLR. I use the Goxler. The Goxler is how I route my audio. Yeah.
I need to get rid of some of them.
She's telling you got Rona again.
Yeah, you keep getting. You just keep testing positive. You keep hanging out with Biden.
The concert I'm already money invested in, so that's happening.
Okay. And then you could just say everyone at the AEW event has Rona, so you have to go to that. Okay, let's start the show. I'm gonna count down and we're gonna start. Thanks, Christian. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Blah 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 blah.
Josh coming at us hard. Why is it every week it feels like the first podcast they have ever started? Look, you little shit.
Go fuck yourself. This does not come natural to us. We are forcing this. All right.
We have to try so hard.
Okay, I'm counting down. I'm hitting record. I'm hitting the button. You ready?
Yes, sir.
5, 4, 3. The internet, you're busy, let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb. With me is
Mike Minotti.
And today's episode, we got some big news topics to talk about. We got some games. But first, Mike Minotti, how are you doing?
I'm very good, Jeff. I'm very good. So
this is new. This Spice Orange Gamecube is new? New to you?
Jeff, I spent so much money.
So you went to a store? You went to like a shop or something?
Yeah, well, so I wanted to get this GameCube HDMI adapter made by Eon. It's like, the best there is for that, so that I could plug my GameCube into my capture card and stream from the hardware, from original hardware. So it's funny because like you go to their website to order it, and it's like sold out in Amazon, sold out here, and it was like one of like the 5 places is Stone Age Gamer in Salem, Ohio, which is like 30 minutes away from me. It was like the only place that just like has them in the store. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just go there. But their store in Salem, Ohio, is incredible. They have all sorts of goodies, Jeff, including this. What you know? What the sick thing is? I was like looking at this, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we had another one that we sold today too. They sold 2 Spice Orange GameCube today."
Now, is the Eon HD thingamabob, is it built in? Is it like a hardware mod, or is it something? Is it like a little cord cable that you connect to it?
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, okay, great.
I'll show you this thing real quick. Sorry if you're non-video people.
Yeah.
It's this thing right here.
Okay,
So,
okay, cool.
It just plugs into those 2 different ports. There's 2 ports that it's plugged into right now.
Right, I recognize that logo, actually, that Eon logo.
Yeah, so those 2 ports, you just plug it into both of them. You have to plug it in very tightly, I discovered. That's why it wasn't working at first for me. And then this is what's that cable called? This funny looking one. I could plug that directly into like a computer monitor. But this is
DisplayPort? DisplayPort.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
But this is the HDMI monitor.
Sure.
And there's also the fancy audio port here to go with this thing. So
Optical.
Yes, optical audio. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
You're very smart.
Yeah, I got you.
So there's all of that. So
and it functioned. It did what it says on the 10. It like can I ask, does it have like extra features? Can you make it look make your HD TV look like a CRT or something like that? Or
I think there might be there. I know you could somehow plug like an IR like remote to it. Actually.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I'm not sure what you would do with that, but that is a thing you can do.
Interesting. I think everything that you just showed was pretty cool, especially the Spice Orange GameCube. But you got that today, like, so that's a new, completely new thing.
While I went to pick up the thing I already bought, that Eon, yes, they had a Spice Orange GameCube and a Spice Orange Game Boy Advance player, and they're giving me a Spice Orange controller with it. And Jeff, like, I just always, you know how much I love that color.
I mean, it looks really good.
The Spice Orange GameCube never came out in the U.S. It was a Japanese only, and this thing is pre-modded, so it will play U.S. games anyways. So it's like, how can I not?
Right, it's right there in front. Like, you're not going to probably have this opportunity like that again.
Right.
Next time you would see it, it would be way more expensive than it is now.
It was always easier to, like, when I would look online, it would be like, yeah, it's modded. I'm like, what does that even mean? It's like, I don't know what it's going to look like. Here, it was just in a store. I saw it. It's like, this is what you could take home with you right now.
Well, I am very happy for you. I'm very glad that you finally got together with your Spice Orange GameCube. And you streamed some games. What was that like?
I was testing it. Yeah, it was looking really good. No input lag whatsoever. Like, that's like usually a problem if you get like a cheaper HDMI adapter. That's always the problem, is input lag. Now, this is a premium product. I'm kind of afraid to say how much it was, considering I also bought this ridiculous GameCube, but it's expensive.
Yes, right.
Yeah, it's also worth making sure that if you want one of these, make sure you have like one of the original model GameCubes that has both of these ports on the back, because they got rid of one of these at some point, the fancier one, because they figured people weren't using them enough. And that's what lets you display in 480p instead of 480i. Right,
and that makes a big difference especially when you're streaming that kind of stuff.
Yes,
it can make it or putting on a modern display and stuff like that. Well, that's fantastic. We'll probably talk a little bit more about GameCube stuff here. Yeah,
you know what this is, Jeff? It's like, people always ask, what would your Horcruxes be? This would be one of my Horcruxes now.
Fantastic, of course.
Spice Orange GameCube.
Yep.
This is one of the Horcruxes.
Kind of pretty obvious, and everyone would guess it immediately, I think.
Yes, I would have to hide it so hard, Jeff. Everybody would immediately know.
It's a Spice Orange GameCube. We kill that, we kill Mike Minotti. Okay, all right.
Very easy.
All right. Thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for joining us. You get more from Mike and me by joining the Discord at GameMess.net. If you want to ask a question, you could drop a super chat during the show on YouTube. Thank you to Carlos Ayin, who is Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube, for the use of our theme songs. We are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever pods are caught. Give us a good rating wherever you're listening. It helps people find the show, as well as hitting that like button, that thumbs up button right here on YouTube right now while you're watching. Thank you so much. That also helps people find the show, especially when we're live. Join the Discord. If you go to GameS.net, you can also go to discord.gg/GameS. Those links are in the description. Thank you to our mods who keep the Discord fantastic, and they help keep the YouTube chat in check as well. And you can support this show by supporting us at patreon.com/GameS. That gets you access to the private channels inside the Discord, gets you access to the monthly Q&A, gets you access to the Jeopardy game, which went up last week. So definitely join all that.
Watch that.
I mean, all right. Here are the big topics of the week. Let's get right into it. Sales are down for just about everybody, Mike. Kind of across the board. We got a lot of details here, but I'm kind of gonna pick and choose. But I think it helps to go over the NPD Group's U.S. consumer spending for the second quarter in the United States. It's down 13% to $12.35 billion. That's a decrease of $1.78 billion. Actually, here's a quote, and this is about mobile gaming, but I think this applies pretty widely. The expenditure by U.S. consumers in mobile games remains higher than it was pre-pandemic, but it is down. Like, it's down from the pandemic, but it remains higher than it was pre-pandemic. And that seems to be where, when Sony reported their numbers over the last week and Nintendo reported their numbers, they were saying kind of similar stuff. Mostly for these companies, software spending is down, but hardware sales, hardware unit sales are also down. And that seems to be a mixture of maybe weakening demand, but mostly still supply chain issues, even for something like the Switch, which has had Nintendo shipped the fewest number of Nintendo Switches last quarter than it has over the last 2 years. So somehow it's getting even worse for the Nintendo Switch. It's weird, but Nintendo still expects to ship 21 million Nintendo Switch consoles this year, things like that. So they still expect pretty high demand. Is this just the natural fluctuation of coming out of the pandemic?
It's a quadruple whammy a little bit, Jeff. I think it's that we're getting off that pandemic high. Supply issues still a thing. I don't want to be those people we're not getting any games. There's lots of games coming out that I'm actually interested, right? But in terms of those big AAA games that can really move consoles, get people really excited about going to a store and spending money, or going on a spending spree, going to get new accessories and all that stuff. We haven't had too many of those lately. And then finally, there is just the economy right now is rough. And I know they say that gaming is recession proof. Maybe it is a bit
resilient.
All these other factors, it's a little rough.
Yeah, and it's Jam City, that studio today, apparently had a bunch of layoffs, and the reason that was cited for them was the coming recession. So it might be resilient in terms of sales to some extent, but it doesn't feel like that's going to save many people's jobs in some instances. Mostly here, though, it's these companies kind of knew these things were coming. I think Nintendo and Sony were both well within their expectations, their forecasts, and neither company was oh, we need to scale down our forecast for the rest of the year. I bet they're expecting most of these sales to pick up as they have more games, especially Sony. Last year they had Ratchet and Clank and Returnal and all these big games launched, like you said, and now this year that makes it a tough comparison. But we are going into them releasing God of War. I bet that quarter is not going to be down for them.
That should be their biggest exclusive since Miles Morales, right? Kind of no excuses if it isn't.
Right, and it's that'll probably be more telling, right? Once we because we are in this, I guess, honeymoon phase, even though it still seems like everyone's getting COVID and monkeypox is a thing and all this other stuff. People are still going out and doing all kinds of stuff that they weren't able to do during the pandemic. And so once we kind of maybe rebound from that a little bit, and people are oh, wow, I just spent so much money traveling and going out and eating out every night, and it was great. Let's tighten the belt a little bit. Do they then go back to games, and do they then go pick up God of War or whatever and find some find that balance between going out and still playing games on the new console they bought in the last 1 to 2 years? We'll know more next quarter. I expect that to happen. That's probably how it will work out. Not everyone who bought a console is going to go back to it, but even then, if someone sells it to someone else, that's still a system in the supply chain for people to, or in the in the market for people to buy games. So I still expect overall the growth from the pandemic to maintain some of its momentum while obviously coming back down to earth. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Nikkei reports there will be no new Nintendo hardware this fiscal year. This is excerpted by Takashi Mochizuki. He read the story and posted it on Twitter. It's paywalled, so I didn't read the whole thing myself. It basically says, this Nikkei interviewed Nintendo president, and either Nikkei's reporting or the Nintendo's president said there won't be new hardware this fiscal year. It doesn't make it clear like which of those two entities said this. Regardless, do you think that's right?
Yes. Jeff, I feel somewhat validated. I was saying I didn't think we'd get anything back when it was kind of becoming a popular opinion again that we were going to get a Pro this year, right? I was like, I really don't think so. I really don't see that happening. And here we are now. I think it seems like that is finally, the book is shut on that now, right? We are not getting a Pro this year. Sounds like we're not even getting like a Switch Lite OLED, which like maybe would have been the slightly more reasonable thing, and even that I was having a hard time seeing actually happening. Nothing, Jeff. There's nothing new, and I don't really think there's going to be anything new until we get that Switch 2, and that's still a bit away.
Yeah. So I asked on Twitter for Game S Mornings, like, before December 25th of next year or after December 25th of next year. Sorry, let me mute that, everybody. I'm sure you're hearing that.
I don't forgive you.
Thank you. Do you think like November of next year, or do you think March of 2024?
March 2024 at the earliest, maybe that holiday. 2024 though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's such a weird. Okay, it's Marcus Phoenix. Everybody, he's back with a super chat.
How is this the one he's hung up on? We address it every single time.
It's also insane. Like, it's like there are games between now and then, but eventually there's going to be a time when Xbox won't have games anymore. Well, okay.
So Marcus Phoenix sent a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, saying, once again, how come you said Xbox won't have games 2023 second half? Again, we don't remember him saying that. If you can find where he said that, it'd be great. If we did say that, we didn't mean it, so we'll retract it.
Yeah. Also, who cares? Like, what are you talking about? There's like several big games between now and then let's say there are no games in the second half. We can play the games that are coming up between now. Like, why are you like looking past all these things to be like, eventually one day the system won't have games again? It's just the weirdest thing in the world. I love you, Marcus Phoenix.
It's just weird that it's like, I think this is now the 9th time he's he's sent that specific thing in a super.
I mean, hey, 9 times a couple of bucks. Yeah, that's money there.
Oh, but yeah, for sure. But I just don't understand why this is his new, like, this is the new platform.
Yes. I think that you are right. I think that this story is right. And yet a part of me still feels like Nintendo could do anything. They could do anything.
Sure. Yeah, there's always a Nintendo factor.
It's just seeming so unlikely that a new console, a new revision of any kind is going to happen before March because of the reality of trying to ship. I mean, okay, maybe that is the explanation for why Switch sales are down so much. They've shifted all production to something new. Probably not, though. It has probably come down to supply chain issues, just like everything else is having issues with that stuff. So if that is the reason, it's like launching a new console would just introduce so many more headaches. Launch a new console or a new revision would introduce so many headaches. It just can't be worth it right now. I would imagine they would want to try to get at least a little bit more on the other side of that stuff and then take it from there. And they don't need to. They're selling 21 million Switch systems this year is the expectation. So
right, in a pretty late year. And, at this point, like, things like Pokemon are going to help sell systems anyways. You don't necessarily need to have that hardware, revision. Then next year, they're going to have, like, Zelda, presumably, right? Probably.
Yeah, I would think so,
we have the games to get us through to the Switch 2. We have it planned out right now, and we will be okay. I think that's what they're thinking, and I think they're probably thinking about the Switch 2 games now, for sure. I really just don't see how Switch Pro factors into that at all, and how at this point you can squeeze it in there.
Okay, let's see. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's terrestrial phenomenon could change Pokemon hunting. Mike, I saw that you had opinions on this on the internet, and a Turbo Sean tried to swat you down and put you in your place. Are you feeling put in your place about this?
It's interesting because because like Jan was also very much favorite this. Turboshan is, but it's you ask them, it's like, well, this is going to complicate the meta so much. I'm not saying this is science, Jeff, but I did a poll like, hey, how many of you care about multiplayer Pokemon games? Or how many of you just kind of played as a single player RPG? It was over 90% of people just play it as a single player RPG, and maybe they'll trade a little bit. So I guess if I was really into that, I beat the game and I was like, now I have to go sign up for these tournaments or whatever. Maybe, but it really just sounds like another obnoxious gimmick that takes up a lot of time, and it's just I don't know. It sounds, granted, it seems better than maybe Z moves was the all-time low at Sun and Moon. I don't even like Mega Evolutions from X and Y, and people liked that. I don't know. To me, it's no, it's Pokemon. They have moves, and the whole point is that you have a team of 6, and they have different types. And you can switch between the types you want to. I don't know why each Pokemon now needs to be able to change types. I'm also confused. Is it so? You just do this to a Pokemon in your party, and it switches types. It's not like you're catching a ground type Pikachu, right?
Okay, so the change will likely create waves in the competitive community for the reasons that we talked about, but the terrestrial phenomenon will likely also impact Pokemon collecting, and this comes from Anna Diaz at Polygon. With 18 types in total, the addition of new forms creates an astronomically large roster of possible Pokemon combinations for enthusiasts to chase after. A shiny hunter, kind of Pokemon fan who chases after the special rare shiny forms of Pokemon, might decide to chase after not just regular Eevee and shiny Eevee, but also the shiny forms of the water type and grass type terrestrial forms of Eevee as well. That's how it works, where, yes, you are capturing...
Is it how it works? Because that's not the impression I got from the video. I thought it was just...
It's how it works.
An item, and you... Okay.
Yes, so in the trailer, developers explained the trainers will be able to get rarer terrestrial Pokemon by doing Terra raid battles. You can get specifically even rarer versions of these terrestrial Pokemon by doing this.
Because they said there was an item you have to use for terrestrial stuff, so I don't know.
I wonder if there's item. Maybe you could still do this to some Pokemon. Yeah, that seems likely. But it also, I feel like then the rarer versions of these are ones you have to catch. Maybe.
Okay, so you have to catch a Pokemon that can turn into that. So you have to catch. Not every Pokemon can be terrestrialized. You have to catch a specific Pokemon that can be terrestrial and then use the item. I don't know. Look at this. I don't like it. It's already sounding like complicated bullshit. I don't know. I also don't think they look very good. They're just weird diamonds with hats. It's literally Malibu Stacy has a new hat, Jeff.
Yeah, and it's very shiny. It's a very shiny hat, but
it's a very shiny hat. It does nothing for me. I mean, in general, the Scarlet and Violet stuff's this looks fine. The most exciting thing was just seeing them put all of the different traversal Pokemon mechanics from Arceus into the one legendary Pokemon that you now get at the beginning or whatever. So that's fine.
Yeah, right. That's a pretty big thing. I mean, I'll try this stuff, I guess, if it's if it meets the requirements I need to kind of get me interested in the first place, which is it does the openness feels important, and I feel like I'm not going to be beat down by a ton of random battles and stuff like that. But we'll see. For the most part, I bet this Pokemon game is going to be just fine, just like the last mainline Pokemon game.
It's really going to sell just fine. Yeah, that's really my thing. Jeff is I've been so nonplussed about the last few really main entries anyways that my expectations can only be so high. And I'm hoping it's better, but I don't know. We'll see. I definitely more so than that. I just kind of hope it rises above that sort of mediocrity, ride it's been on, Terrestrial or whatever. I can get over it. I got over Gigantamax. At least Gigantamax actually kind of looks cool in some of the gym battles, but and it was only for a few Pokemon, which was annoying. At least this is presumably for every Pokemon, so that's better, I guess. We'll see.
EA says single player games are really important to them. Obviously, this comes on the wake of them.
The tweet,
which was
she's a 10.
Yeah, she's a 10, but we decided to blow up EA's reputation again. EA, Andrew Wilson did not write that tweet. No. He is investing a lot of money in a lot of single player games. They also say here when they talk about this that live service games still make up 70% of their business, and it's reliable and it's the future for them. But they say we are also investing a lot in single player games, and they are important to us. And the proof is in what they are making. The list includes Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Dragon Age Dreadwolf, the Dead Space remake, then, supposedly Mass Effect, or not supposed, but like they've confirmed Mass Effect after Dragon Age. There's that Apex first-person shooter that Respawn says they're working on, Black Panther that I reported, and then the other Marvel game, which I haven't confirmed one way or the other what that is, but there's another Marvel single-player game. That feels like a lot, right? I mean, these are going to be spread over years and years and years, but that's a lot these days. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they had to come out and say it, I guess, because of that tweet. More so, not because of the internet reaction, Jeff, but it seemed like people like working the single player games are kind of upset about that tweet, right? So yeah, I had to come out and do a little lip service about how great single player games are. It's fine. If any actual like people on the internet are still mad about this, it's time to move on. They're making enough of them.
Right. Yeah. And it's never going to be like it was during the early 2000s GameCube era.
During the Spice Orange
GameCube era. Right, exactly. During our Spice Orange phase, right? But
Spite Orange. I like that. Spite Orange. It's got a grudge.
But it's like, you're right. It's a lot for these days. It's a lot for like what you can expect from a publisher who does have a lot of money invested in live service stuff. A couple a year, 2 a year for like the next 4 years ish. That's fantastic, I think. Tactics Ogre Reborn finally confirmed.
So Reborn.
Yeah. What is Reborn about this, Mike?
Well, it's a remake. It's a remake of the one game that also had a remake on like PSP, and it was Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together.
Right, from 2010.
Yes, and that was very well regarded. It was a game I always almost bought on my Vita and then never did and regretted it. So now I can play this version, so that's good. These are very well liked games. I think a lot of the people who made this then made Final Fantasy Tactics, basically, Jeff. So it's very much of that ilk. Again, the people who like these kind of JRPG / tactics games, they hold this one up very high. People like the Tactics Ogre series in general, and most people say this is the best one.
The sprites look fucked up.
They have that filter. Once again, they did the smooth filter on them. It's not as bad as something. It's not as bad as the Final Fantasy
mobile
VI
games
mobile port that we had. It's still just weird that they still put a smooth filter over it, especially when this same company just released Live Alive and it doesn't do that, and it looks like this company knows about HD2D because we have Live Alive. They're working on Dragon Quest. They published like Triangle Strategy, and when we're making like the new most beautiful 2D sprite games ever, we don't smooth the sprites because we know it looks stupid. Yet somehow, when they're remastering or remaking other games, it's like, well, you better smooth those sprites because they won't look blocky.
Right.
And blocky looks old.
Yeah, right. And it's the smoothing specifically because it's not like the sprites in HD2D don't have a ton of filters processed on them. There is a ton of stuff happening to those, but it's just not that Super Eagle 2X filter that like just carves off the edges and like makes it just look chunky and gross. So yeah, I don't get it.
It's bizarre, and like part of me is like, maybe they'll change it. Jeff, if they didn't change the squished font and the pixel remasters, they're not changing anything.
Right.
There's no way.
And it's so stupid because this is it really is. We say it's a filter like, no, it really is just a filter they've turned on in the code of the emulator that is running this game. And it's just something they could turn off or give us the option to turn off and have original blocky sprites. And we could all just do that ourselves. Just if you want to sell a game with smooth sprites, fine. Let us turn it off. And that should be an easy option for them to add. They probably won't.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. It's upsetting. I still want to play it though, Jeff.
Right.
Still, again, it doesn't look absolutely atrocious. It's bizarre. And hey, I'll get it on Steam Deck. And people will probably make mods to fix that stuff. It's put a better font in. This font's not as bad as the Pixel Remaster font, but it's still, once again, too smooth, and I don't like it. So yeah, it'll be fine.
We got a new one, Mike.
A new one.
A new name.
A new name.
Xbox Game Pass Family Plan seems to be coming everywhere. It definitely is coming in Colombia and Ireland starting today. Xbox insiders can begin to preview a plan that allows multiple people to share Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefits. This comes from Tyler Middledeer, a senior technical program manager at Microsoft. This makes it even easier to play the best Game Pass games with your friends and family across console. Basically, lets you add up to 4 people to your account if you pay an extra premium, which, let's see, for Ireland is €21.99 per month. With €22, this nets out to about $25 per month. And then based on like what we've heard previously is like that should be how much it translates when it comes here. $25 per month, and you can have 5 people on your account total, including you. I think this is the kind of thing where I think it just kind of solves a problem for Microsoft in terms of like people are like, hey, I want this, but I have like a bunch of people in my family, and I want to like convince my brother who's over there to come play with us. It just enables like the community to market it for Microsoft. Is this something you're interested in, Mike?
No, I don't think so. I already have my plan. I'm going to stick with it. I mean, when I hear family plan, Jeff, more so than, oh, this will be great for my family, it's like, are there people that I can like just randomly get into a group together? We can do the thing, and we have to all set up like the Google reminders to pay the one person. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's right. It's like if saving money to you is that important, this is great, but not having to wrangle cats is way more important to me. So I'll just continue paying the full price, and I'll live.
I think I'm on a Google Family plan with Chris actually, and the poor guy, he like basically said like, I'm gonna send the leg breaker soon. You guys aren't paying because I always forget. I have to give him $5 a month for it, and it is almost just not worth it.
Right. At a certain point, it's like just pay him for the year, right? Just pay him like one time for the year, and then.
Right. I know, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, there was like some other thing, and like I was getting rid of an elliptical. And I was like, if I give you this elliptical, like I don't owe you anymore for whatever $2 monthly family plan thing we're on. I don't know. That's the fee now for this stuff.
Right. I have like a YouTube family plan for like YouTube TV and all this other stuff, and I don't try to charge anyone. It's just not worth it tracking people down. Although when it like stops working for them, it's time to re-add them. I take my time. I take my time with it. That's how I do it. This is cool. I'm glad they're doing it. It's the kind of thing where it will help both. It just makes it make more sense for even more people, and that's all Microsoft cares about. And then once you're in the ecosystem, they have you. Like if you do go through the hoops to make this happen for you, if this was what was holding you back, well, okay, that's now here. No more excuses. Here you are, and you can get in and spend money on microtransactions and buy games that you're afraid will leave Game Pass and stuff like that, and they have you. Mike, that does it for the big topics of this week. Should we do some super chats?
Why don't we, Jeff? Why don't we do that indeed? Ariel Delgado says, hello, Jeff, Kingdom Hearts strongest warrior Grubb. I assume he means Kingdom Hearts. He said KH. And then Mike, a big Final Fantasy 11 fan, Minotti. Odds of Silent Hill getting teased at Jeff's thing. Konami can't be this evil. So Jeff's thing would be what, the opening day ceremonies or whatever?
Yeah, opening night live. Yeah, opening night live. Yeah.
I don't. Oh gosh, Jeff, is that the venue for a Silent Hill? I don't know.
I don't know
I can't
anymore.
remember what's the caliber of announcements we get at this thing anymore.
They've been pretty big in the past. I don't know. It feels like the last couple of years it's been pretty lackluster though.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know. I'm not expecting much from it, and if anything happens, I'll be surprised. I would warn those poor Silent Hill fans to just not get your hopes up, please. I know it's been rough for you guys. But I at this point, I would think more, especially because we've been waiting for so long, I would think more Game Awards than I would think opening night live. Next one here from El Grug. Wow, Mike didn't get the Spice Orange Eon adapter. How could you? Yeah, the Eon adapter only comes in purple, I think. Actually, no, it came in purple, black, and silver. But yeah, it did not come in orange. But I'm happy with that. It's okay. Logan Jackman says, lots of news about unannounced Marvel games like Black Panther and Iron Man. Do you all have anything on unannounced DC Comics games? What do we have to do to get a Superman game in this world? I mean, Jeff, there's already a few happening. We've got Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad,
Wonder Woman,
right? Jeff, for a second, I panicked. I was like, wait, was Wonder Woman actually announced, or is that just something Jeff told me that I can't remember anymore?
No.
But I mean, people have been wondering about Superman game forever. People had a hard time figuring out Superman back when we were making a lot of like good like superhero games, like even like the 16-bit era. and then like the early 3D era, we've always struggled with Superman. Like, what was the last Superman game? Superman Returns, also bad.
Yeah, for the 360 era. Yeah, that was forever ago. So, no, I have no news about this. I think that's probably what we know about is probably what's happening. It seems like if there's other things in the works, I mean, why even get your hopes up with the way that WB is acting these days? I would probably just be like, hey, just tell us once you know for sure it's coming out. So, yeah, no news about that stuff.
Sorry. Speaking of light people down, Chris Spreezy says, lads, just wondering if you've heard anything regarding Breath of the Wild 2.
No. I wish, but I mean, we're just not going to hear much about. Like Nintendo knows how to lock down the things they really want to lock down. Yeah, I have not heard anything about Breath of the Wild 2. I think we will probably get an update about it the next time they do a big direct, whenever that'll be, probably September, but that's just a guess.
It's got to get a name eventually, right?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Like, Jesus.
I think so. I mean, they're not going to save it for like once you finally have the disc in your hands or something.
Yeah,
or
like,
the card. Yeah. Yeah.
Marcus Phoenix, after we asked him about why he keeps bringing us back, says, you backtracked though. You said it 3 live streams ago. Clown emoji, clown emoji, clown emoji. I mean, first, I no way it was 3 live streams ago because you've been tweeting this, or you've been super chatting this ass for it feels like a month now. Look, find it. Like, look, you see right by that dislike button you probably push every time. Two icons over there. It says clip. Go and find it and click the clip button.
I'll play it. I'll play it on this episode. I will play it here.
We'll play it here. We'll find out if it's something that was actually said. If it like Jeff just said 2023 when he meant 2022, which I'm beginning to feel like is something that may have happened. Jeff literally said Pokemons today.
I said Pokemons. I say a lot of stupid shit. So
right.
Yeah.
But look, whatever it was clearly not something we meant. It seems like, and again, we don't know. Maybe there won't be any games. Who cares if it's the case? But it seems like Xbox is likely to have at least a few major games coming out at the second half of 2023. And I don't know how we can move on from this, Marcus Phoenix. I just don't know how we can
listen, on. It's pretty cute for now, but if you're still talking about this in like 6 months, we're going to have to do something about you.
Right. We might. Jeremy G just says cloud face emoji, cloud face emoji, cloud face emoji, scrub, cloud face emoji, cloud face emoji, cloud face emoji. Marcus Phoenix says backtrack because you got bots mad, admit it, clown bots. Oh, Xbots. Nope. Yeah. To be Marcus Phoenix, no one has ever said anything about it but you. 1,000,000%. Like, please, if nothing else, believe that.
Yeah, you've literally never heard this complaint.
You are the only person who brings it up. I swear to God. Tyler James Bay says, why won't you say if Xbox will have games in 2027? Because we're cowards.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the bots.
Jesse Norris says, it's my birthday soon. Please DM both of you in birthday suits. Oh my God, he wants nudes.
Yeah, we're getting asked for nudes. All right. Listen, check out the OnlyFans.
Jeff, first time super chatter here. The Xbot murderer, not the Xbot murderer, the Xbot murder.
Right.
Says, oh, that's strange. He also writes you with just the letter.
Weird.
Got exposed once. Stop denying lack of Xbox games. Exposed by who? You. You're the one who thinks you exposed us, and you won't expose us. You won't actually show us the clip or anything. You just said that we said it, and we're like, I don't think we said it. If we did, we didn't mean that. And then you're like, I can't believe you said that.
I think he's just gonna keep doing it until I just give in. And I'm like, fine, I said it. Whatever. This is what you want.
We'll say it. Who cares? Yeah, there's no games. If there are games, we'll be like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Jeff, that's it for the super chats for now. Hey guys, you can still send in super chats. We will read them on the air before the end of the show. Hey, if you're watching live, please do give a thumbs up. We've got a bunch who did that, but more would be great. We just like it when it's at 100 for some reason. It makes me feel good. Not as good as a Spice Orange Gamecube makes me feel.
Right.
But that's what makes me feel good.
Right. There's human validation, and then there's Spice Orange Gamecubes right up there.
That's right. All right, Jeff, what's next?
Yeah, I have some questions from the community. I figure I'm going to go through some of them right now. Let's start with Laushin, who says, hello, gents. I hope your week was as good as mine was bad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Laushin. Jeff, listen to NPR. I'm better than you, Grubb. It's not how I meant it. And Mike, Disney adult Minotti. He does mean it that he's better than you, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that does make me something.
It seems like companies rebuke your reporting / statements when reporting on something negative. Do you reach out for a comment? I have no idea how the whole thing works and would like some insight. It seems like Multiverses is a hit. What do you think it did right that Nickelodeon Brawl did not do? Thanks again. I often reach out for comments. Not always when I'm just like going to bring up a story out of nowhere on a podcast or something like that. It's a little bit like, sometimes I don't even plan to do these things. Someone asks me about it. And it's like, they're asking me about it. I'll answer them with what I know. But if I were to ever write a story, like at all, like I was always reaching out for comments every time. You might be surprised to hear this. They almost never.
They almost never do.
They almost never respond.
It's frustrating. Like sometimes it'd be like I would write any story, and I would be like, "Did you ask for comment?" I would be like, I can't say no, and I don't want to because it's like I'm a bad reporter. But it's like they're not gonna say anything, especially if it's a rumor. Like, well, of course they're gonna say we don't comment on rumors. But yes, you should always ask for a comment. It's just one of these annoying things we have to do. But they almost never get back to us.
Right, and it's when it's like on a live show, I do like to just kind of like, let's talk about what I've heard, and they have the possibility to respond, and if they do, I put it on the show and I'll give them that response and stuff and say that here's what they're saying to counter what I said. So they are, and again, they rebuke. How much are they rebuking the reporting? How much are they rebuking the verbiage of the reporting?
Sure. Well, I mean, the famous example is the battlefield skeleton crew thing.
Right.
It's like, look, we all can sense it in the wind, right?
Right. Yeah.
Obvious, and it's like no one even blames them. No one's even really that mad about it. Jeff. Like, yeah, we get it. You're not investing in Battlefield as much as you would have if it was a hit.
Right. You're looking to the next one already. We get it. So are we. So are all the fans. Like, yeah, they get it. Whatever. From Bench JC. Hey Jeff, cause the media rebrand. Grubb.
How much are you gonna miss that?
And a lot. And Mike, Orange GameCube Minotti. Just Orange GameCube Minotti. That's something like that feels offensive in a certain way. Just say Spice Orange. Don't really have a gaming question this week, so just wanted to ask how you all are doing and any special weekend plans that you're looking forward to.
Too many weekend plans. I'm going to a Journey concert on Saturday in Canton. Right. They're playing at like that arena they do like the Hall of Fame football stuff at. So big boomer concert, Jeff. So there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be boomer drunk, which is a very specific kind of drunk.
Yep.
So now sometimes that can be fun, and sometimes it's like they talk about Trump a lot. So I'm worried. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Don't stop believing.
I do. I mean, who doesn't like Journey? Journey plays a lot of good songs.
Sure,
it's like it is like the ship of Theseus Journey, right? Like I think there's still some original members.
Yes.
But
hey, that singer from the Philippines that leads it, he just nails it. It's so good.
Some people say he's actually even better. So
it's like more impressive, like how good he is at it.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna enjoy myself. It'll be a good time. My uncle likes to do concerts with me, and it's a fun thing to do. We haven't been able to do one in a bit because of all these, the pandemic and everything. Like we saw Foreigner a few years ago, and Whitesnake opened for them. So yeah, it's like all like boomer stuff. But I mean, I like them. They're all great. So why not?
From Fluffy Cloud Gamer. Hi boys, do you guys think there will be anything interesting at THQ Nordic Showcase next week? I'm morbidly curious about the new SpongeBob platform as a fan of Battle for Bikini Bottom remake.
That's the big thing, is that we'll probably see gameplay of that, maybe get a release date, right? And that'll be fun. THQ Nordic, they own so many things, Jeff. It's hard to keep track of. I guess we know they're publishing AEW Fight Forever now, so
and that'll be there apparently. Yeah,
that'll be there, and like it's on. They're like asking people to like wish list it on Steam, but doesn't have a release date yet. It's supposed to come out this year, so it'll probably get a release date at this, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, and I don't know. Beyond that, I haven't heard much. I'm starting to hear stuff for opening night live and things like that, but not for this THQ thing necessarily. From Haas, hey yo, messy boys, with the news that the ridiculous all the skulls. Okay, with the news that the ridiculous all the skulls no death Halo 2 challenge has been beaten. Are there any challenges you still dream of beating? I still need to go and Nuzlocke on Pokemon. Yeah, I dream of beating the video game Neon White.
Do you, Jeff? Be honest. Do you really think you're going to ever
at this moment? At this moment, I still think it's possible, but I have not like seen everything that like I haven't even like played every level, so it's like I don't have a full vision of what it would take.
Well, what's your overall playtime in the game on Steam?
I've left it on a couple times, but I could look at what the number says. I mean, if you really want, it's gonna be
mine is like 60.
Yeah, I think mine's already above that. Like, and that's just
really?
Definitely from leaving it on.
Then that is not helpful.
Yeah, but what I mean, I don't have as much time as you. You're right. Like, so that's like,
it does. It is a big advantage.
Yep. So I don't. I'm definitely like not as confident as I was with Astro. That's for sure. So yeah, we'll see. You probably have this one. I'm gonna try. I at least want to like get in the top 500 and then see what it will take from there. I think it's like at a certain point, it'll be like, oh man, I'm spending 3 hours on this level, and even if I do this, I'm not going to get that much closer to you. So that'll be
the biggest thing for me was there's a lot of time to save in those side mission things that you get from getting all the presents in.
Yeah,
and it's less obvious sometimes because like you don't know what red times are on those or anything. So like sometimes I would get stuck. Like I can save a second this level, and I do that for 2 hours, and then later find a level where there's this one easy exploit, and I can shave 15 seconds off it right now. That's
right.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's I'm gonna have to like look into that and kind of not get in. But my problem is the way I play that game is I'll be like half a second. I don't care. I need to beat this time, and I can't turn my brain off from that.
Yeah, I want to do a proud mode run of the Kingdom Hearts games, and I kind of want to do it soon. I just hope that they come to Steam because I want to stream it, but I also would maybe like to play it on my Steam Deck here and there, and I don't want to like do the whole get my Epic Game Store account running on Steam Deck. I just want it to be on Steam.
Yeah, that sounds pretty difficult because the only feeling anyone's ever felt, the only feeling anyone's ever felt playing Kingdom Hearts is shame, not pride. So
shame mode.
Shame mode, just a normal mode.
I like how you laughed at yourself. You couldn't even say it. You thought it was so funny.
Oh my god, this is good. This is a good one. I got him now. What a stupid show we do here.
Look what I found in my basement. I was looking for GameCube games. I got this original Kingdom Hearts 2
that's
still in the box.
Yeah, it looks better.
Look at that beautiful anime boy. Actually, that kind of sounds creepy when I say it like that. Look at this anime child. Tell me you think he's pretty.
That's a pretty boy, Mike. There you go. Are you happy?
Yes,
or now do you feel pride?
Happier.
Okay. Mr. Bowler, hey, Beef and Cheddar. We're just a few weeks away from Gamescom. Is there anything you think we can expect to see at that show? I mean, I said it, a Killer Clowns from Outer Space game.
Of all the things.
Of all the things.
What is that? Is that like the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Is that a similar thing?
It's pretty similar to that. Yeah, it's a little bit more scary. Like, it's like really dumb and cheesy, but if like a child walked in and saw these clowns, they would piss themselves, which has definitely happened. Like my dad would be playing it, and my like nieces and nephews would be over, and my dad would be laughing about how scared they are. So,
nice.
Like, yeah, but yeah, it's that sort of thing. I don't know, Mr. Bowler. Beyond that, I don't know. We'll see. From Gruntilda's ass.
Nice.
Sup, boys. Woke up wanting to cause trouble today. The N64 greater than GameCube. You can't convince me otherwise.
Oh my god. Yeah, man, Jeff. Because they I was there and they were like, look, we have these special Nintendo 64s also at the store, and I was literally like, couldn't care
wow.
less. I don't know, Jeff, what it is, but I like the GameCube so much astronomically more than I like the Nintendo 64. We talked about this a bit. The one thing I give the Nintendo 64 over the GameCube is Mario 64 is clearly better than Mario Sunshine. Otherwise, though, I'll take Wind Waker over Ocarina of Time. I'll take Smash Bros. Melee better than Smash Brothers. The GameCube Mario Kart, tennis, and golf games are better than the ones on Nintendo 64.
Yeah. But I mean, there's no RPG on the GameCube that matches Quest 64, Mike. So
Tales of Symphonia is yeah, that's a joke because there actually are good JRPGs.
Yeah.
On the GameCube, and I think Nintendo 64 only has a Tactics Ogre game that some people like.
Sandwich Jones. Did the GameCube have Chameleon Twist 1 and 2? I don't think so.
Actually, look, I even like those games. Actually, like there's like some. I think the biggest difference, Jeff, and I said this before, I think if you really liked Rare and what Rare was doing in that Nintendo 64 era, if you're one of those people who thinks that Banjo-Kazooie is one of the like 10 best video games ever, then I bet you really do like the Nintendo 64 a lot, and that's fine. I just don't like those Rare games that much. I like them. They're obviously good, and I like some more than others. but they don't matter to me nearly. Like, I would happily throw all of them into the dumpster to save a single Metroid Prime.
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, yeah, Metroid Prime. Okay, I'll say that summer when I beat Banjo-Kazooie, that's probably a top 10 summer for me. But beyond that,
Banjo-Kazooie is very good. It's
yes,
very
I love
good.
Banjo-Kazooie, and
It's a very good game.
Yeah,
I don't want to like that one specifically. Yes, it's very good. I didn't mean to like go at the Banjo-Kazooie fans so much, but you know what I mean.
Pablo Cos, what's up, beef and cheddar? Okay, Canijos.
It sounds like an insult, Jeff.
Mexican Spanish for dudes.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. So, what up? Oh,
I bet it's like really sarcastic, like, "Oh, hey, dudes."
Yeah. What up, you fucking dude? Yeah, Canijos. Jeff, it seems your nightmare is over. Prepare blip sound effect. Media has officially changed its name to Play On. Why do studios decide to change their names? Is it to represent a turnaround in leadership, vision, and whatnot? Anyway, here's to Media.
Wow.
Mike, why don't you talk to them about this? Why do they do these things?
I talked to their CEO and like
you talked to that cock
of marketing. I talked to them. I mean, they did straight up say in this case, yes, a lot of people don't know how to pronounce their name.
Yeah,
we even say it wrong all the time. Although it is funny because they changed their name to something that at first I wasn't sure how to pronounce.
Right. Yes.
At first I was like, is it Play Eon? Like,
and in their like PR thing, they're like, it's spelled just like it's pronounced just like you think it is. Like, what? No, it's not. Okay, this is difficult too. It's not as difficult or problematic as cock, though.
No, it's not. So, I mean, these things, there's always different reasons. They said, like, it also symbolizes, like, a new era. It doesn't, really. I even kind of, like, asked them more about it. And they're like, well, because, it's like, yeah, things are going to change. Like, things are different. Like, but they're not going to really change too much. Don't worry. So, it's mostly about the pronunciation in that instance. But, like, why did Facebook change its name to Meta? Like, one, because they're really pushing Metaverse. Two, because Facebook... the brand is like slightly damaged goods, or at least not as popular as it once was. There's always weird, different cases for these.
From Vision 49, hello, Steam Deck criminals. With the Steam Deck's success, people are starting to imagine what handhelds from the console manufacturers would look like. So where do you think the point of oversaturation is for handhelds? It's hard to imagine people wanting to cycle between like 4 handheld devices or travel with them. It feels like a platform-based walled garden would be limited compared to Steam Deck's versatility, and it makes more sense to get behind the Steam Deck with native support for PS Now app and Game Pass.
I haven't thought about it like that before, Jeff, but it does seem like it's one thing to just have all these boxes on your TV, because whatever, they're on your TV.
Yeah.
If you had if it came down to like all 3 of them have a portable version of their console, and then there's also like a PC one, probably the Steam Deck, are you really going to have like 4 of these things and your nightstand and coming with you on trips? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I can look around and see a bunch of handheld devices all around me right now.
Well, you're a pervert.
I'm right. I'm not one to speak, but I get what he's going for here and saying that especially if you're coming in super late to this party, the Switch is going to continue to be the Switch. It has Pokemon. That makes a huge difference.
I mean, Nintendo is probably so happy that they kind of made that move. Like, let's just end the Wii U early because there is a space here. We can maybe be first to this, and maybe that'll be important. It sure was, Jeff.
Yes, it was. And now there's a Steam Deck, and I think these two things can easily exist side by side, serve slightly different audiences. But yeah, I think that space gets pretty crowded pretty quickly if another one of these companies tries to do the same thing.
Sony's just already releasing their first party games to Steam and making sure they're Steam Deck verified, right?
Yeah.
Like, why do we need a PlayStation branded kind of Steam Deck thing now?
Yeah, and I think that Sony agrees with that. I think they think they don't need to do that. Especially for the gamers that they go after, very much the kind of people that like have their TV set up for their PlayStation 5. And yeah, they don't, it's not like this is going to take over the family TV. It's like, no, these are young people with a dedicated gaming space. You're going to be just fine. Let's go to Beefhammer here. He says, aloha beef and cheddar boys.
Hey.
Why does Square Enix hate pixel art? Most of the remasters of classic RPGs and now Tactics Ogre look like they took the character models and portraits and just smeared Vaseline on them to smooth out the pixels. Do they think people are turned off by pixel art these days? Thanks, boys. I think the issue is is that the hard pixels was never exactly what they were meant to look like, because they were always going to go through a CRT, which did blend them. It's just that the smearing, the Vaseline smear, was not what they looked like. It was, they weren't, that is way worse than either like harsh pixels or the CRT scan lines. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like like I get that maybe, but you know what? Just make it with the hard pixels and maybe add a scan line filter if you want to. But like doing this weird default thing, there must just be multiple teams, Jeff, and this just must be like the team that's doing this must just be that same team that was doing things like those PC ports of Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy like 6 before the pixel remasters. I don't know. It's clearly not the Live Alive team.
Yes, it's just, it seems like a completely different philosophy here, and it's frustrating. I don't get it. Jump Matt, do you know if Bluepoint is really working on a new IP? Part of me thinks they only said that to stop the endless speculation about what they'll remake next. I bet they're doing both. I bet they're doing a remake and a new IP.
Right. I mean, there's only so many people that are actually any good at doing these expensive remakes, Jeff. We've seen other people try recently and just fail, like with Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and more recently with KOTOR. So if you are good with that, you almost feel like you can kind of like demand a good asking price for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Bluepoint can shop around, be like, who wants us to remake your game?
Well, I mean,
we are very good at it.
They're owned by Sony now, but like still, what you're saying there still definitely still applies in terms of like, you know, getting their budget higher and demanding higher salaries and stuff like that. You're still right. It's like, hey, if you want us to work on this stuff, first of all, we want to be able to make our own thing, and we want to have freedom there. And yeah, we'll do this as well, but like then we're going to need a bigger team, and we're going to need more resources. So yeah, it gives them a lot of clout within Sony, I bet.
Yeah. How did I forget that Sony bought them? You're right.
I don't know.
I'm usually the smart one. I'm usually one telling you that you're wrong. Right. And you're so nice to me about it too. I would have like called you an idiot.
Honestly, Mike, I think you're just misremembering, because this happens like once an episode. So
nah.
Velocity Prime 1. Hello, boy hios. Due to a corporate merger, you have to permanently shelve an upcoming anticipated game release that is nearly finished. Which project do you squirrel away nearly inconceivable for nearly inconceivable reasons? Yeah, which one do we back, girl?
So there's not a list. It's just anything that's about to come out soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Jeff is gonna just say, you're gonna say Skull and Bones, because I
was gonna say Gotham Knights, just because Batgirl's right there at the in my mind, and also it's like, yeah, tax reasons. Let's save money for tax reasons. Yeah.
I would maybe say Suicide Squad, but that does not seem like it's almost finished somehow. No. It seems like it's a while away still. For whatever reason. I bet I'm like forgetting something I'm even like less interested in. What are like
Hogwarts Legacy, says Nick Turbo. There you go.
Yeah, part of me's almost interested kind of or not, but like also doesn't want to be interested in it. Mm-hmm. So that's a weird one. Maybe it would be better if that one just went away. Maybe we'd all just sleep better, actually. Saints. I know I want to see Saints Row. I like am kind of part of those people who like I don't really know about this direction. I also feel like it has a decent chance of surprising us and actually being
I agree.
Good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could just say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 because I just don't care. But I care so little, Jeff, it's actually not even a very interesting answer.
Right, that's the problem with that. Absolutely, I agree. Jamie H1224, so Jamie H Christmas Eve, says, after reading the Bungie story and just being on social media in general, do you think it will ever get to the stage where you need to register an ID in order to interact with people online? I would definitely be more active in conversations online if there was a mute/ignore all unregistered users option.
Yeah.
I could imagine a platform that makes that a like a feature and is like a premium platform that you have to pay to be a part of and stuff like that, and that like that paywall is part of that process. The wider internet, because it's always meant to be like kind of the Wild West, and and like. You should be able to build your own platform on the internet, just like you should be able to like call anybody. But then if you use that to then hurt somebody, then, there are actual laws against that already. We don't need to make it more difficult for someone who's getting online for the right purposes just because someone else does things for the wrong purposes. But I mean, I don't know. I can't really ever foresee that happening. Actually, it would be difficult to pull off. It would be very Orwellian. It'd be weird. Probably is not going to happen. From Rambo number 5, which is a good name. Ahoy Mike couldn't catch a Mambo number 5 pun, even if it came up and clapped him on the butt. Minotti.
I immediately got it. I knew what you were doing. I know the song. I think it's in Donkey Kong, actually, which is why I was thinking about it.
And Jeff, large spoon loather Grubb. Wow, that's a deep pull, but yes, that is correct. I really do not like large spoons. With Hitman 3 just being blessed with a fun pirate-themed map, Skull and Bones rearing its head soon, and Monkey Island hopefully making its return later this year, it made me think about other pirate-themed games. Which ones do you like the most, and what is it you look for in those games? An exciting setting, a semi-elaborate spice and rum trading mechanic maybe? Lego Pirates of the Caribbean will always be near number 1 in my heart.
Jeff, I told you this before, and we need to play this. There's apparently a Sega Genesis port of like Sid Meier's Pirates Gold. That's very good. Like
we should fucking play that. That would be great.
We need to see what that is about. Because that sounds
maybe
pretty...
we could do a we're planning to do themed UPFs, and maybe we could do a pirate themed one and just play a bunch of different pirate games. We could play that.
By the way, do you need to drive up here tomorrow for that 2002 one? You want to play one of my 2002 GameCube games?
Yeah,
from the original hardware.
But don't be home. I just want to break in. That'll make it more fun for me.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's legit Sid Meier's Pirates, an all-time classic for me. I love that game so much, and it is, in fact, mostly because of the spice and rum trading mechanic. Buying low, selling high, trying to like get a really good arbitrage deal. That's my fucking shit. So yeah, I love that game.
I am actually a big fan of the 16-bit Hook game, Jeff. I actually like that game a lot. There's also a Sega CD version, and I just recently found out that they made like a like an arcade beat 'em up of Hook, and it looks incredible.
Who did?
Who did make it? Let me see.
Data East.
It probably is like it's not Konami.
Okay.
But it looks very much like one of their things. Like it's like playing the Sims arcade games. There's all this goofy stuff happening around. It looks fantastic. It never got ported to anything. So you have to like use a MAME for it. But I would really like to play it. The arcade version was I don't know. I'll have to keep looking up. Why don't you do the next one?
Dr. Turbo Sus, a lot of talk about Call of Duty's impact on the industry. How much of a boss move / dick move would it be if Microsoft kept the Call of Duty campaign multi-platform, but moved the multiplayer and free-to-play modes to Xbox / PC only?
Mean, that would basically be going against the spirit of the whole thing, right?
For real. That would be a boss / dick move, absolutely. And it would probably be enough to hurt them that it would never do something like that. Yeah, it would get a lot of people over to Xbox and PC and stuff. It would do that, but every copy of Call of Duty you sell on PlayStation gets you 70%, gets PlayStation 30%. So the more successful PlayStation becomes, you inherently become more successful because the game that makes the most money on their platform just gives you twice the amount of money it gives them. It's kind of like, no matter what, it's a win-win scenario for you, keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation. So, yeah, they're going to keep doing that. Screaming Turbo Madden, hey there, Beef and Cheddar Boys. I'm feeling pretty pumped about beating 5 games this past July. Jeez, Madden, well done. Yeah. Those games are Elden Ring, Freshly Frosted, by the way, the second highest rated new game of 2022, according to OpenCritic. I don't even know what that is, Mike. Freshly Frosted?
Freshly Frosted, that sounds dirty.
Yeah. Klonoa Dorda Phantomile, Fantasy Reverie series, Tunic, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. What's the most amount of games you two have beaten within a single month? Thanks for the great show as always. I haven't kept track of this, but probably around like 3, maybe.
I'm sure I've done more than that. I play like a lot of older, like short games though.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know. Jeff, this game was made by the Hook arcade game was made by Irem.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So they've done like R-Type. Other things.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
You should look it up though. It looks good. But yeah. I don't really keep track. I usually think of it more as like a term of years sometimes. But I'm also not good. Like I beat this game. Like there's a little notch in my staff or something like that, right?
Right. Okay. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll get back with the super chats and the games we've been playing.
Thank you.
Okay, Mike. Do you need to use the potty or anything? Are you ready?
Do.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Well, why did you want to take a break?
Because I need to remember that we need to insert ads into the podcast.
Nice.
This
is so great. I have a free potty time.
I'm happy for you.
Oh, I'm happy for me.
Let's see.
GameCube away. Everyone say bye.
Bye, GameCube. We're gonna miss you. Do you keep it in a case or anything, or? I don't think you can hear me. All right. So I guess this could be it's Sweet Mike piss time. That's a disgusting phrase, but it's accurate. Jeff being money hungry again. Yeah, that's right. I remember it. Oh yeah, we do have to actually put these spaces into the podcast because we do have ads right now from Anchor. And mods get none of that money. But Nick Turbo, I have created a fund inside of the Game Mess bank account.
Give me that ad money. I need that ad money.
I've created an account like where whenever we get money, I put I think 10% into this fund, and it's like, well, maybe if it reaches a certain threshold, maybe you guys will get something. Not
Woo! I can't wait for my 10 cents. That's like 1,000 pesos here now.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, American dollars, right? That'll go a long way.
Oh no!
And American dollar is very strong right now, so yeah.
Yeah. So little by little, I don't want to get chased by the government.
We should do an ad just for like one of the Spice Orange GameCubes on eBay. Don't even tell the person. We'll just like do an ad for free for them. Just because we feel like it.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah. Did Mike just bring his GameCube to the bathroom? Yeah. Actually, he probably just put it in his bed, right? It's just that's where he keeps it.
In Evo 2018, there was a guy running around with a GameCube in a chain around his neck. He should do that.
Look how good the box is for that.
Yeah, I saw the box when I was looking it up on eBay, and I saw the price for I think it was likely a one that someone's reselling for a higher premium, but still. How
much was that one for?
$300.
$300?
Yeah.
I didn't pay $300. It was $160 new.
Right. Okay. Beefhammer's got a good point. Instead of giving it to the mods, the ad money we're getting, just spend it on V-Bucks. That's a very interesting proposal.
John Cena skins.
What are you?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get. I
was freaking out that Dan Riker also just knows that running up that song from that Undertaker Shawn Michaels package. I remember when that aired, I was like, this song is so good. I'd find it. And it's like some covers, some old songs, like whatever. Then I've been listening to that song on and off regularly for 10 years. Then it became popular just recently. It was very
because of Stranger Things. Yep.
Because of Stranger Things.
I watched that package for the first time last night. It rules.
Jeff. It was.
I am like, oh my God, wrestling storylines used to be incredible. This was fucking the best.
Yeah, that was probably I know a lot of people like the Stone Cold Steve Austin and Rock video package from before their match at WrestleMania 17 the most. I like this one from I think it was WrestleMania 26 or 25. I think it was 26.
26. Yep.
Yeah, because that was actually I didn't watch that one live because I was at PAX East. I remember, so I had to watch it when I got back. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was actually kind of upset about it, but then I got back and saw it. And it was so good. Yeah, My Way. That's it, Brian. Yeah, the My Way video package. People like that one a lot, but no, give me that's the storytelling when Shawn Michaels comes out from the elimination chamber and super kicks. Oh.
Yeah, and he's just obsessed, and it's destroying his friendships. It's so fantastic.
Wrestling.
All right. You're right. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, let's do it. All right, Mike went to the bathroom. We made some ad revenue. Let's get back to the show. Yay.
This is how I can afford things like a Spice Orange GameCube.
Offset some of the cost of a Spice Orange GameCube. I highly doubt that this will pay for anything near the total cost of that, but still. Mike, did we get any more super chats?
That's a good question, Jeff. No, actually, no, we didn't. But Ben Devo actually renewed their LinkedIn membership, so thank you so much, Ben.
Thank you.
No more super chats. If you guys want to say more, we will read them before the end here. But I don't know, Jeff, have you been playing anything?
I've been playing a couple games I can't talk about that I'm very excited about. So just tune back in. I think maybe the week after that. For that, and the week after next for those, but I'm just they're taking up a lot of my time, so I got just enough time to play through all of the tracks in the Mario Kart 8 DLC Wave 2 release.
I'm going to do that
twice.
Tonight.
I played each of them twice so far. The one that stands out the most to me is Mario Circuit 3 or whatever it is.
The one from the from
The one from
Super Nintendo.
the one from the second Super Mario Kart game. Yeah.
I'm so mad at you.
And it's like, okay, it looks very colorful. It looks a lot more like the Super Nintendo level than like the other like similar course that they remade for Mario Kart 8 proper, where like that has like a really realistic look, and this has a much more colorful look. And I was seeing people on Reddit talk about how, oh, look at the downgrade. And then there were some people in the comments being like, no, it's not a downgrade, it's just different. And I'm like, I definitely lean towards it's just different. I'm glad that they didn't just do the exact same visual style that is already in one of the other courses in the game. I'm glad they tried something different. Now we have both, and I really actually am super into the way it looks. And all the courses are pretty fun. None of the wave courses so far have been as good as some of the best like previous DLC courses or previous courses from the main game. But stuff like Waluigi Pinball is still very fun, and there's a lot going on. And they're all at least pretty good, except I'm not sure if I like any of the tour levels.
Really? So which ones were the tour ones? There's
Sydney and New York, and then previously it was Paris. They change too much lap to lap, and it's not like they change in terms of like, oh, the architecture's changing. It's just the arrows are pointing this way on the first lap, and now they're pointing in the opposite direction on this next one. So it's like confusing, and it's just weird, and I get like it's easy to like hit the wall, and if you're playing on 150cc or 200cc, it can like screw up your whole lap. It's frustrating. And it's like, well, if you're gonna put me down a different path each time, I would like the whole level to change, or do what some like Mario Kart 8 levels do, and don't have it be a lap, just have it be something that you're continually driving, and the laps are like broken up parts of a longer course. They don't do that. I think the Sydney one is not terrible, and New York one is pretty good in terms of its like theming, like the music, like it sounds like Gershwin, I think, is like, it sounds like Gershwin and stuff like that. And and you're going through Central Park and stuff. It's okay. The Sydney level, especially though, is pretty good in terms of that theming. But it's like just actually driving through them, I don't love them. All the other courses though, and that Sunday course that is really just, it's more colorful than I was even expecting. So overall though, I'm happy we're getting new courses. I am not really complaining about any of this.
Yeah, I saw that there's some course where I can't remember which one now. I think it was from the last DLC where like the cars weren't moving like they did in the original, and they actually fixed that in this patch.
They fixed it, and they actually amplified it. So previously they would like go back and forth, like when they first introduced this course. I can't remember which one it's from, but
it's Coconut Mall, or is it something else? Yeah,
it's Coconut Mall. That's right. The cars would go back and forth. Now they like do donuts, quick spinning donuts, so they like really mess you up. But yeah, that's like a major update that they did to one of the courses. So it's nice that like that was a complaint people had, and they addressed it and updated it, and they made a big deal about it. So it's like clearly that whoever's working on these tracks is listening to feedback from the players.
Yeah, that's good.
How about you? You playing anything?
Well, I've been playing more Live a Live, Jeff, quite a bit. Like I'm enjoying it, but also I'm like I want to beat this actually, so I can play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I don't want to start it before I do. But Live a Live is very good. I've actually done all of the chapters but one now, and I just started it. I saved Near Future for last, because like this one is one that's just basically a normal JRPG setting almost. So we'll save that one for last, because I don't know, might be longer. But like the two I just did were the best so far. Prehistory, fantastic, and then the Imperial China, very good. That might be the best one. Very good. But I just they're all like slightly different in some ways. Some of them like really unique. Like Imperial China has this whole like you're training a disciple thing.
I played a little bit of that in the demo, and I thought that's the direction it was going in. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool on its own.
Yeah. Big hit with me, Jeff. I wasn't sure. Like I was excited for it because I heard about it, and I like HD2D. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and I was worried that I would have because I didn't like Octopath Traveler. It's sort of like that, but nope. I absolutely love this, so that's been good. Jeff, I started the new Game Mess Game Club game of the month.
Right, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma. I'm playing the Sigma version, which is the one that's like on Game Pass and everything, right? Jeff, this is actually a very good game, it turns out. I played a little bit. I'm going to
get on Steam Deck right now and see if I can play it there.
I played a little bit of it like back when it came out for the original Xbox, that original version, not black, just the original. And I liked it then, but it was like hard for me now. Here I'm getting through it pretty much just fine. Like there's some jinkiness with the oldness. It's weird because you could tell that this game is like inspired maybe by Onimusha, and Onimusha has so much Resident Evil stuff in it because it originally was a Resident Evil game or something, right? Or at least it's that engine. So like it is like weird. Like there's like semi-fixed cameras, and there's
Right.
like puzzle. There's like weird door puzzles. Like this door is missing a handle, and go find. Like okay, like stuff that would not be in an action game today anymore. But the combat still just feels so good, so fluid, so reactive, just so visceral. You chop a guy's head off, very good stuff. There's some jankiness with like how you aim because you don't like lock onto enemies. So sometimes you think you're gonna hit somebody and you actually like automatically target somebody else. Overall, though, really enjoyed it. I played for a few hours that first playthrough, got pretty far. Although the Sigma version like has like these extra chapters where you're playing as like this other character, and it's like one of the most 2003 video game characters ever. It's just like
Is
a
it
girl.
Is it her butt cheeks? Is it basically you're just
Yes.
playing as human butt cheeks?
You're playing as like a butt cheeks cleavage girl.
Right.
She's got an axe, and you play as her, and it feels tacked on because it is. It's like a thing they added to Sigma, like and I could do without it, but whatever.
I am downloading it now on the Steam Deck, and I'm pretty excited about that. I love Ninja Gaiden for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and have played a little bit of Ninja Gaiden, and I think I just didn't get over the hump and let it click with me when I first played it. I'm ready to believe this time, though. I'm like ready to get into it. So, and this one, it's not like super long, right? It's what, like
I don't think
7
so.
hours ish or something like that.
I'm not
or...
sure. This one was probably a little long because they have these extra chapters in it, right?
Sure, yeah,
But I can't imagine it's not going to be a 30-hour game, that's for sure.
yeah. Anything else? Anything else you're getting into? Anything else you're planning to start anytime soon? Or anything
Well,
like
I've been
that?
messing around with the GameCube stuff here, so I was playing some F-Zero GX, which is still very
Right.
good. So like the circuit though, so much of it came down to just mashing that boost button at the end, because like the boost takes up the same it takes up your health pool, right? So you want to
Right.
be
So if
careful
you have health
with it.
left, yeah.
Yeah. But at the end there, you're like, no, never mind. Let's just push that button like crazy because like
Yep.
it doesn't matter. We just gotta get to the end. I forgot to when you beat a cup and you win, you get interviewed on F-Zero TV.
Yes, what a
Oh, that's
game.
good stuff. That's very good stuff. Yeah, that game just still looks very good. I also loaded up Smash Brothers Melee a little bit. It was like the first thing I threw in there. I saw my memory card of our save file from back when. And yeah, Smash Bros. Melee. It's funny how like different it feels from Ultimate now, just like in small ways. Like it doesn't feel like there's as much space on the edge. It's kind of easier to get knockouts. It's just faster paced, right? That's why so many people do like Melee. It's just so fast paced, and you definitely do still get that vibe from it. But yeah, I got a stack of GameCube games over there, Jeff, and I'm gonna become the GameCube guy if I'm not already. That's my goal in life.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll tell you what. There's a pretty good like money and like attention and like audience for that, because a lot of people really like the GameCube. So
Sure do.
I guess I've also been spending some time playing. It's a small indie game. It's called Fortnite, and
the John Cena game.
the John Cena game is the John Cena biographical game. I enjoy Fortnite. I will say it is. I will probably play it a little bit on my own, but it's definitely the kind of game where I will probably almost always be playing with when it's like other people who want to play.
Want your squad in there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I hate to like even bring it up because it doesn't matter anymore. This doesn't matter anymore. No one even wants to hear me say this.
Oh, no.
If I'm gonna pick one of these, I'm still gonna want to play PUBG on my own. Right? It's so stupid. But it's like,
yeah.
The things I come to these games for was that tension that I got from PUBG of like really feeling like this game of death and like hiding in a bathroom and being scared.
Sure.
And Fortnite is just such a fucking clown shoes nonstop. Like sideshow part, like roadside attraction after roadside of attraction. It's amazing, and there's so much to do, but there's never really any tension. It's never about that. That's not what they're doing here. This is a playground for you and your friends to be like shooting the shit and hanging out with each other while doing something together. And it's maybe the best game ever for that. In terms of like providing you with fun things to do. So I was having a good time. We played it on Giant Bomb. We're probably going to go back to it pretty frequently after having like quite a bit of a success with that. So look out for that. And I'm like, yeah, I'll play more Fortnite.
I haven't played Fortnite since I think season 2 was when I was playing a lot. I haven't even tried out the no build mode, which I know a lot of people love. So.
It's the only way I'm going to play that game. It's just, it is a better game without the building. It turns out. I remember I wrote a review at the time when Fortnite was like really getting popular. And I'm like, I'm reviewing this and another battle royale and PUBG, and I'm like, the building holds it back. I know that like if you don't enjoy the building, it's kind of just like, well, too bad, you have to do it. And if you enjoy the building, it's because you use it to win every time. And it's just like, yeah, it didn't add much actually, other than this weird way of getting out of problems where it's like, it would actually probably be more fun if you were using the map and sort of on the same level playing field as everyone else, but whatever. And then I got Metroid Prime working with mouse and keyboard, and I'm gonna play that on UPF tomorrow.
It's nice.
You could also, like, I also had it previously working with the dual analog stick controls on the Steam Deck using the Prime Hacks version of Dolphin, and that's cool. But with the mouse and keyboard, it, like, some on Twitter when I mentioned, like, it feels like a boomer shooter made by Nintendo. It really does. It feels like a boomer shooter. It feels like you're playing one of like Rise of the Triad or something, but you're controlling Samus. It's but I like it. It's pretty cool. It's a neat way to play that game. I think that when they put out a Metroid Prime 4, it's probably going to have dual analog controls.
They're not going to be able to go back to Tank anymore.
They're not going to be able to go back to Tank.
Be massacred these days.
Yeah, and I think it's like, I think they know that, right? It's fine. Exactly.
Yeah, they're not going to. Don't worry.
Yep. So it's pretty cool, and I'm playing the trilogy version, so it has like native widescreen support and stuff like that. And I'm gonna put the HD texture pack in there and kind of do like, hey, this is maybe what Metroid Prime Remaster is gonna look like a little bit. But yeah, that'll be fun. But that's been it for me. Messing around with a few things here and there on the Steam Deck and stuff like that, and that's still just like the best way for me to play games these days. But I do plan to go back to. Oh, I did play a little bit more Kirby. I'm gonna beat Kirby. That game's very good.
It is. Where are you?
I don't know. I think like the fourth world or something like that. Fourth or fifth. Like I like just kind of picked up again. I'm doing all the challenges and stuff. I want to do every single thing along the way. That's fun too.
It is fun. I do like all this, and you do like need a certain amount of them to get through it.
Right.
It also helps you find those blueprints, which empower your weapons, and that's important. So
right, and those weapons they're fun. They're like cool to get. They really are. Like they feel super powerful. So I enjoy doing that.
Probably still my third favorite game of the year after Neon White and
Elden Ring.
What was that? Oh, yeah, thank you. I was like, what was that thing called? Oh, that thing.
That one thing. Yeah.
The thing I'm enjoying.
All right.
My Chris has been going back and like playing Dark Souls now because he had so much fun with Elden Ring and like.
Oh, that's awesome.
Twice, but there's a lot of people doing that, which is again why I'm almost kind of surprised that we don't already just have Bloodborne 60 FPS running. But
yeah, well, resources, I think. Yeah. All right, I'm hitting the button. Mike, where can people find you on the internet?
Well, I'm gonna be on Twitch pretty soon, probably for a lot of playing through some GameCube games and some Ninja Gaiden Sigma. So fun times ahead. My Neon White days are pretty much finished, Jeff. Unless I have to come and somehow like take times back from you, which I maybe. But for now, I'm pretty good. I
need to lull you into a sense of security so that you don't go back and maybe hide my activity on the internet, so you don't, like, you saw me log into Neon White I think yesterday and you're like, interesting. I'm like, son of a bitch. I did. I'm like, no, I don't want you to see. So I'm gonna try to catch up to you. You get me on Jeff Grubb on Twitch. I'll be streaming some more, but also Giant Bomb, we're planning to like grow even more of our presence on Twitch and stuff, so look out for more streams on there, like stuff like Fortnite at first, and we're gonna try a bunch of other stuff. I think I'm gonna play through either the Jak and Daxter games or the Sly Cooper games.
I think you'll be like me. You'll actually like Jak and Daxter 1 more than like the other two when it became more kind of shootery-ish. Because Jak Daxter 1 just like kind of like a Super Mario 64 style game, and it's really good, very colorful. I think you'll like Jak and Daxter 1, the precursor legacy, quite a bit.
Yeah, I like. There's a whole bunch of like that era PlayStation games I'd like really would like to go back to. And
now I wonder what is like the process for. If there's a similar product for the PlayStation 2, because there's so many good PlayStation 2 games. I like the PlayStation 2 a lot also.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a similar thing for that.
There's a lot of people yelling at chat at you today to finish Astro's Playroom, by the way.
Yeah.
We'll have to come up with a fundraising goal or something.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, absolutely.
For you to beat this 3-hour game.
I should finish it, but I should do a lot of things in my life.
You should do a lot of things, but you know, life's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. You got all those plans this weekend. You gonna get a chance to like take it easy at all, or are you gonna be able to like kick it back?
Maybe Sunday night. We'll see, but that'll be it. That's the only chance I'll have is Sunday night.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch Lightyear on Disney Plus this weekend.
I like
Multiverses tomorrow.
Oh, Multiverses, come hang out with us. Bye, everybody. Catch you next time.
I'm a pirate, so I'm Oh, Hitman 3, I got the Bucky Island reference. I did it. I lit the torches.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
a hero. Batgirl is dead. I'm a pirate, so my dick.
Master Chief comes.
I'm gonna come. Bye, everybody.
Batman is dead.